Well, one person in that picture looks pretty good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name's Joel, and this is A Stable Life. All right, we got a lot to do today, so let's get started. All right, we have grain and hay in all the horses' stalls. The donkeys are fed. There's only one thing left to do before we can let the ponies in. That's right, guys. You know what day it is. Oh, yeah. It's manure day. Oh, that's a big one. Well, we are officially in March, and the roller coaster has begun. The temperatures are going up and down every single day, which means that we have blanket changes every single day. And we're gonna have to take all the heavy blankets off the horses, and then we're gonna have to switch them on over to mediums. We have a lot to do, and it all starts with getting this manure out of these stalls. You wanna say good morning to everybody? All right. Okay, we got manure out of the stalls. It's pony time. Whew. It's poncho time. There you go, brother. All right, boys, you ready to come in? And guys, you don't have to worry. Mystery horse isn't in this herd. Mystery horse is almost always in this herd, so you guys get to get a break from this herd for today. Oh yeah, Falcon, good morning. Morning, Casino. Morning, Champ. Good morning, Rebel. Good morning, Poe. And good morning, Jack. All right, next herd. Now, in the interest of being able to let you guys actually identify our mystery horse, because these guys are all gonna wanna run in and immediately get the food and then immediately run out, because horses don't really possess this thing called patience, right? Right? Yeah, all of you guys are thinking one thing, let me in. You'd think we're starving them, but we're not, that's for sure. So I just want to show you guys this. Look at this. We got Tucker, Weather, and Argento all together. Tucker's in the middle, if you couldn't tell. Hey, Danny. Yeah, we are in a sea of horses, which if you were scared of horses, I imagine this would be very scary for you. Anyway, our mystery horse for today. Who should it be, Sky? Who should it be? Who should it be? You guys already met Skywalker. You guys have met Archer over there. You guys most certainly have met Suede. Spitfire. You all know Declan because he loves to just paw on the doors. And then, of course, Obi, Tucker, Argento. So I think today our mystery horse is going to be this guy. He has been our mystery horse before. I'm trying to get the lighting right. No, not you, Sky. Not you. This guy right here. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of an introduction to this guy. He's our mystery horse. He has been featured on the videos before. So if you're a longtime viewer, you may know this guy off of his looks. But I'm going to give you guys a more in-depth look later on with his blanket off. That way you can see his full body. And we'll talk about who he is and what he is. Right, Gavin? Right? Okay. You guys ready to go in? You ready? Okay, excuse me. I just got to get to the door. Hi, Tucker. Hi, Tucker. Yes, excuse me. Yes, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Hi, Archer. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. Suede. Suede, I need access to the door. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. One at a time. Single file. One at a time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're getting antsy. Hold the phone. All right. There you go, boys. And that's our mystery horse right there. He's got a little bit of spunk in him, as you can tell. Wow, Tucker and Weather came in at the same time. Woo! Good thing the door's wide. Not bad. I think that was, what, 30 seconds? And all those horses are now in the barn? Not that you'd be able to tell, because they're all gone. They're all in their stalls. All right, let's fire up the little pony. And I got my trusty shovel. Ooh, I got so dark. Let me get further in here. And the camera will adjust. A boom, and I'm light again. Okay, so while we're waiting for the little pony to warm up, I'm gonna go ahead and get things ready for the donkeys. Y'all wanna say good morning? Y'all wanna say good morning? Say good morning, Buster. That's Buster. Good morning, Rocky. Yeah, good morning. All right, guys, so in 2 videos back, one of you suggested putting treats in the pasture. And that's a method that I'm quite familiar with. It's something that I don't normally do. However, for you guys, I feel that I'm gonna give it another go. I'm gonna use treats to get them from the barn to their pasture. And I'm gonna set the camera up right in the middle location to hopefully catch them following my direction. Come on. Come on. That's it, come on. Come on. Come on, Buster. Come on, Rock. Well, there you go. That's always fun. That actually worked out fantastic. So, for all of the viewers that watched that video and thought, why use treats? I'm sure you guys absolutely love that. I know they definitely did. Buster's just getting himself a little drink of water here. Rocky's eating Cheerios that fell out of my hand. In case you were wondering, that was the treats that I was using. Honey Nut Cheerios. It's the good stuff. Buster really likes them. All right, boys, have yourselves a good day. I'll be in later to clean your pasture. Got the muck bagging in the back. First load of the day is away. Now, as I'm coming down to go take the manure down to our compost pile, I'm just gonna check our round bale feeders. I just want to see how things are looking. Okay, so just taking an easy look here at the middle pasture. They definitely have enough hay for today, that's for sure. This feeder is holding the hay in, and they definitely have easy access to eating the hay, but what happens is as they eat the hay, they pull the hay out, and then once the hay is down here, well, you can see what happens. A lot of hay waste, which we obviously don't want because this is all food that they could have eaten. Now, there are lots of different versions of hay feeders. This is a test year. This is our first year feeding round bales to our horses. We did it once, long time ago. It didn't go well. We switched back to square bales and stayed there. But these round bales are actually ours. We baled them. We actually have a really good quality hay here. So now we're working on minimizing hay loss. One of the plans that's in the future is we're actually going to be building some shelters that are over top of the hay feeders. That's really nice because it doubles as a twofold purpose. The first being that having these shelters over top, when it rains, these feeders get wet. And horses don't really like to eat wet hay. They will eat it. You know, if they had to pick between dry and wet, they'll eat dry every time. And not to mention the hay that's dropped down on the ground, once that gets wet, that's completely gone. Right now this is dry, so believe it or not, the horses will actually nibble on this and eat this as others are eating in here. The second purpose is that it gives horses more shelter. So when they're out and it is raining, right now this pasture has 2 shelters. There's that shelter there. There's another one up near the stable to the right. They have access to both of those when it's raining, and we try to keep it so that there's not too many horses in this pasture so that they can't all fit inside the 2 shelters. Because as you guys know, we really only keep the horses in when the weather demands it, because they really don't like being kept in. I think the case in point is you just look at that. When you have access to all of that to go and explore, would you really want to be stuck in there for all day? The answer's obvious. Now, short term, what I can do is go around and grab all this hay that's leaking out of the feeder, pick it up, grab it, and kind of just pile it back center middle. It does reduce a little bit of hay loss, but the next time I let these horses out, they're just gonna come and grab this and pull it all out again. But it makes me feel better, at the very least, until we put shelters in. My goodness, this is crazy. It doesn't even look like I put a round bale in that feeder. What? What? Oh my word. Holy cow. Okay, they ate that. That is gone. Wow, there's no hay waste at all here. I didn't even do a test on this one. I just picked the feeder up with the tractor so it wasn't stuck in the ground. Took advantage of the fact that the ground's starting to thaw out. Just so that it's a little higher, which reduces the chance of the hay leaking out. Yes, we should buy new feeders. Yes, there are lots of different feeder designs that we could use to cut down on hay waste. The problem is that at this time of year, our budget is very tight. We really don't have a lot of money to be able to spend on new equipment. Otherwise, we would go out and buy new equipment. So we have to work with the equipment that we have, making sure that we use the hay to the fullest potential because we paid for that, while also using the equipment that we have paid for to its fullest potential. As the season goes on, we have a little bit of extra money that's in the budget, and then we use what little we have to be able to continue to benefit the property. Last year, a lot of our budget was actually spent on making that fence that we put in up there. If you guys want to watch that, it's a video, one of the first videos I actually put out of us putting in that fence. So this year, I think we're going to be focusing on hay production as well as reducing hay waste. Alrighty, apologize for my glasses, but we just finished up with manure. There was quite a lot, as I mentioned in the earlier part of this video. There was a little bit from them staying in, so it took me a little bit longer. But now we're going to get started on getting these blankets off, and we're going to start with our mystery horse. So let's get a look at what he looks like underneath. The temperature is going up through the course of the day. However, it's not warm enough for them to be completely unblanketed. And they're also calling for a little bit of rain that's going to move in tonight. So what we're doing is we're taking off their heavies. And then we're going to be putting on his medium blanket. So this is what our mystery horse looks like underneath his nice, he's got a really beautiful, nice coat. Some interesting things to know about him is he actually does have a brand. You can see right here, it's a JC on his back. So our mystery horse here is a registered quarter horse. He is 15 years old, and he actually has participated in quite a lot of Gymkhana events. Now, a Gymkhana event is basically where he goes to shows and he performs in a lot of events that you actually see at rodeos, such as pole bending and cloverleaf barrels. All of those are Gymkhana events. Quarter horses are actually known for being very hardy horses, and they're also known for being extremely fast. That's actually a big reason why they're named a quarter horse, is because they were one of the fastest horses in a quarter-mile race. So that's really interesting to see, and believe me, he can move. Some interesting traits about this guy is he's extremely curious. If you leave a stall door open when you're letting him out, he loves to go inside and check out what all the other horses have inside. You can also tell he's curious what's on my hands. When you go out into the horse pastures, he'll be one of the first horse to walk up to you to be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing in here? Do you have food for me? That's pretty much the number one thing that he always asks. He's not the biggest horse in the stable. He's a decent sized horse, but I've seen him move, and he has plenty of ribbons to prove it, that he definitely moves, including a grand champion ribbon there. Now, what do you say? We go ahead and get your medium blanket on and get your friends out. Huh? Sound good to you, buddy? Sound good to you? Hey, buddy. If you guys remember from our previous video, when we're putting on our belly straps, we don't go straight across, we do an X. That way it does a nice wrap underneath his belly, contours the blanket to his belly, and prevents the blanket from sliding, causing it to be uncomfortable for him. And then lastly, the hood, and the blankets are all up to the owners in regards to what kind of blankets they have. So his medium does have a hood, and that's just a Velcro strap. There he goes. He's all ready for the weather for today. All right. Let's go ahead and reveal who our mystery horse is. Let's see, did you guys get it right? Remember to comment your guess down below. That's right, our mystery horse for today is Danny. So Danny is 15 years old, and he is an American quarter horse. He's actually registered in the AQHA. He performs at Gymkhana events. His brother, not physically, but is Gavin. His owner has Danny and Gavin. So in a way, they're brothers. All right, let's get on to the next horse. See you, buddy. Now, interestingly enough, in the last video that I did while I was working on blanketing the horses, I noticed that you guys actually had a lot of questions about the blankets for these horses. So one of the popular questions that I was asked is, who supplies the blankets? And the answer to that question is actually each of the owners. Each owner actually supplies their own horse's blankets. It's up to the owner to do the maintenance on those blankets. We will blanket their horse for them because of changing weather conditions and dynamic weather conditions. That's included in the care. And during winter, it happens quite frequently that we have to change their blankets. Now, that's not to say that in a pinch we won't help out our clients. Sometimes when they first come to our stable, they don't have a blanket for their horse. Other times what will happen is while they're out in the pasture, their blanket will get completely destroyed. And when that happens, we do have blankets that are on hand that we provide as a short-term use so that way the horse doesn't suffer, to give the client a time to get a new blanket for their horse. And that takes me to another very popular question that I'm asked a lot, and that is, why do you allow their blankets to be so dirty? And when do you clean them? And when it comes to their blankets, there's actually a couple ways that you can clean them. So the first and easiest way to actually clean the blankets is you take the blanket and you just throw it in your washing machine. I would recommend washing it down with a hose first. Otherwise, you may do some bad damage to your washing machine, because some of these blankets, well, you know, they're a horse. They go out, they roll in the mud dries, stays on the blanket, and that's up to the client to clean the blanket. Now, the blanket will wash itself out in the rain. When it's in the rain washes it off. Keeping them clean is really for a matter of looks, more over function. And washing your blanket too much can actually cause some problems. You see, a lot of these blankets actually have waterproofing all along them so that when it's raining, the blankets don't soak and the water just beads off of the blanket and runs off. Running the blanket through a washing machine or using a pressure washer definitely will eliminate that waterproofing, creating a problem where your blanket will soak and then the rain goes through the blanket. Now, that's not to say that that's a problem you can't fix. You can go to your local hardware store and they actually sell waterproofing material. And you can take that waterproofing material, and every time you wash the blanket, you can recoat that waterproofing material back on, giving it a nice new layer of waterproofing. So in answer to your question, when are the blankets cleaned? Clean and easy answer is most of our clients and us clean our blankets once a year in the springtime coming up. Alrighty, these guys are getting their drink, so you guys know what that means. Oh, hey RJ, you want to say goodbye to them? You want to say goodbye? Don't bite my ear. That's all I ask, okay? All right. So guys, Argento and I just wanted to say thanks for watching. Really appreciated having you guys here. And that's about all we wanted to say, because he's gone now. Alrighty guys, I came up and was able to have a turkey club sandwich for lunch, which was pretty good, and was able to spend some time with my wife and my niece, Callie. Callie, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? So this is where we're going to be ending the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button. And definitely remember to hit that subscribe button too. It really helps the channel grow.
And as always,
we'll see you in the next one. You want to say bye? All right. Take that string. Bye, guys.
bye.